Ready to go, yeah.
Together with the three founders of the group theater, there was 28 actors. Sanford Meisner was one of those.
We prize, most importantly, that the person really wants to dedicate themselves to serious training. That's the major thing, and personality. So we don't audition people. Sometimes we audition somebody, but not. It's really rare. We interview them, fairly long interview.
There's a lot of conversation yesterday about when do you start the character work, because everyone, regardless of their experience, is going to be entering the classroom and starting at the very same initial point. So what you're really after is a feel of the person. And you talk to them and ask questions that you think will give you a sense of the individual, get some sense of who they are and their personality, period.
You always begin with some observation about the other person. Immediately you start working with your concentration and awareness has to be on the repetition.
I'm wearing too much blue today?
You're wearing too much blue today.
I'm wearing too much blue today.
Yeah, you're wearing too much blue today.
I'm wearing too much blue today?
Yeah, you're wearing too much blue today.
All right, okay. Very quickly, you see when she added that, yeah, she was saying you're wearing too much blue today, you're wearing too much blue today. And then she said, yeah, you're wearing too much blue today.
How can we sort of adapt the work? How can we transform? How can we have to keep this work to sort of travel from one culture to another and still be relevant and fresh and on the point?
What comes up for me is that there are certain cultures, like certain Asian cultures, where men are not allowed to exhibit emotion. It's a very bad thing. And so getting that particular actor to give himself permission to be free and open emotionally, it can be a kind of torturous journey for them.
Yeah. Well, I want to say something to this. Well, when I did quite a few some international theater work, and when I go to another country, a very important thing for me is, I think the right word is devotion towards the other culture.
I don't see any necessity to adapt, to change the work at all. It might, as Bill was saying, take a little longer with certain people because of cultural conditioning, or even within a certain culture, their own personal experience. But the work itself is not going to change at all.
I think another thing is the fact that, of course, we're a German English group, and every single day in rehearsal we are, as similar as you might think Europe is. We're constantly seeing how different we are and how similar we are. But that's also that we have, there are gay people in the group, there are women and men in the group, so gender, sexuality, class, all of those things also give all of these differences, as well as that some of us are speaking German, some of us are speaking English.
Sometimes a culture is affected by sometimes external events that create a collective consciousness and a collective habit, all right? I directed a play by a well-known playwright at the time, William Saroyan. It was called Armenians. There were 20 characters in the play. So we did it off Broadway at a theater, and Saroyan came into town. I knew him slightly, and I asked him to come. They were all affected by the genocide, the alleged genocide, some people say. And they congregated in this play. They congregated in a coffee shop to talk about things and to talk about old times and things like that. Then when the subject came about the genocide, things changed. And I asked Soroyan, well, I want you to come in, talk to all of the actors, and tell me something about these characters. Did you know these characters? Oh, yes, they're all based on real people. I know them all. He was a very outgoing person. I knew them all. So he had a photographic memory. He went all around the room and he told everybody how their individual instincts were, individual behaviors were. This guy picked up the coffee cup this way, he drank it this way, this man was dressed this way, and he said, all those specific things. It was amazing.
I was going to say that it's, it's not just the cultural differences that come into that, it's really the special circumstances of a special evening that make it utterly different. If there's a storm, people are different, and if there's a football game, an important football game happening, or just happened or something, of course the behavior out in the street is completely different, and so it's the special circumstances of the evening that change it as much as the cultural context. And we find that a lot with Supernatural, that you really get to learn so much about a place, but also about, like people.